not often, but I got all the Sears stuff in one corner, besides like a 3-point hitch, a couple other low hitch arms, but all the Sears stuff is right in that view. Yeah, maybe I should snap a picture and see if I could sell everything as one. Some of this stuff isn't Sears, like that's Boland's right here, that's the bucket for the loader, but yeah, that's Boland's, but everything else here is all Sears, Suburban. So start with 2 tillers at the end, half John Deere, half Sears snowblower, another snowblower. In here, just parts from one of them that was torn apart. There's a bunch of 3-point arms in here that are buried. Yeah, but in here, oh, right here, 3-point hitch attachments. Lots of them in there. Snowplow, another snowblower behind it. This here has a 20 horsepower Onan, fairly complete engine on it. The owner said that he had a wiring issue and parked it. I have not tried it at all, but he also said that the tiller that came with it was good, but I mean, everything sat for so many years. This guy, well, this is the bucket for the loader. This guy here runs, drives, blows snow, seems to work good. The only problem is transmission's a little bit noisy. It has a Briggs 20 horsepower V-twin engine on it, and it starts right up. And of course, I got a bee buzzing around me. This guy here is a Frankenmutt. I do got the hood for it actually sitting right beside it. But 6 horsepower diesel. Runs, operates, everything works. Right now I just have the forks on it because I was moving shit around everywhere, trying to make some room for the winter. Leaks a little bit of oil from a few spots, but I mean, that's to be expected. I changed the 3 lines here, but sure enough, this top one's leaking slightly at the valve block. Well, other than that, it works. And then again, that one there has a snowblower on it. I got 2 mower decks here. Of course, there's 1 mower deck on that guy. Another Sears just for parts here. Another transaxle for parts because the loader likes to break transaxles. I also got another one inside that's physically sheared here, which doesn't happen very often, but other than that, yeah, the 2 tillers back there. Lots of 3-point attachments. There's a 3-point garden plow here for a potato plow. There's another 3-point plow set up in here somewhere. Oh, I see it. It's sticking out of the top there. If you guys see it, there's the top of the plow. Now when there's like the guy called it a potato plow, but I mean, who knows? Yeah, but pretty much here, I'm kind of tempted to get out of the Sears and start going into something a little bit bigger. Even though this thing is so small, it's perfect. I can move it around, fit in places. So, but the actual rest of the stuff, I don't really need no more. As for transaxles, I'm not going to be snapping any more transaxles. I dug this whole area down and removed a bunch of stumps, so that was a little hard on it. Other Sears parts actually I got is over here. I got the grater blade for the rear 3-point blade here. So that's the one that goes at the very back. I also got that blade back there. So got those guys, but other than that, for Sears parts, I have buckets of parts inside. I got a lock, 1 or 2 electric 3-point hitches. Mostly everything has to be gone through. Hasn't been used in years. The only tractors of this whole horde here that I'm physically were using was that mower deck there. Using on this guy and on the diesel, surprisingly. That snowblower, and of course the loader and the bucket. So the rest of the parts there, like most of the snowblower parts, some of them I do have the transmissions for the snowblowers, 2 of them inside. They need a couple new bushings. I can't remember the issue there, but it's easier just to change them if I'm having trouble. But lots of spare parts here, and a lot of it might end up going to scrap. I'll keep whatever I can off it, but prefer to sell, of course, first. Taking offers pretty much on the entire lot. Best offer, probably within 30 days of posting, is probably the one I'll go with. Okay, so actually somewhere I just realized there's more parts here. I do have the original 16 horsepower Onan off this guy. In my opinion, a parts engine. The guy took it off for a reason. If I remember right, the starter was off the engine, and did he have some tins off it? I can't remember, but I do got the engine for that guy. I also have a weight bin that hooks up to the 3-point. There's those are all full of lead weights, and the weight bin is gone somewhere in here. Okay, well, somewhere in here there's a bin that the previous owner of one of them made. Oh, it's right here. This bin here is designed to fit onto the 3-point, and right there, and it actually works awesome. You fill it up with the lead, and wow, do you get so much more traction on the loader here. The only issue is that's how I was braking transaxles, dual wheels, 200 pounds of weight in the back. It was pretty hard on it. So other than that, without weights, oh, and I also had chains on the tires when I snapped some transaxles, but without the chains, without the weight bin, you could still do a ton with this machine. You can still lift a whole pile of crap and never have any issues. I mean, it does have an aftermarket hydraulic pump set up on it, so it definitely has some power to lift some heavy items. I might have bent these forks up a fair bit, but there's the hydraulic pump there. Again, it has a little diesel engine on it. Just pull start only, temporary right now. I'm too lazy to put the battery back in it. I originally had it on this chassis here. Right, or no, the loader originally came on this chassis. Then I blew the rear end, swapped in another rear end, blew it again, and I'm like, okay, 20 horsepower is too much. Then I threw it onto this chassis right here with the 6 horsepower diesel, the chains, the weight bin, everything was good, and then this transaxle lost low range. I was like, okay, threw it onto this guy, and transaxle, it has been perfect on it, so this guy is good to go. Again, this one here, the transaxle, when you're driving it, goes kind of like clunk, clunk, clunk. But to be honest, I snowblowed for 2 years with it making that noise. I cut the grass for a couple years. The transaxle is still going, no issues with it besides the noise. So technically there's issues. It should be looked at, but you know what I mean. So this engine that's in here, it's a Briggs & Stratton 20 horsepower engine. I think it only has 200 and something hours. Oh, the hour gauge, 258 hours on it. So it is a little bit dusty and dirty, but and right now the hood's not mounted on it properly, as most Sears tractors break right here. And sure enough, this one broke right at the front. That was my fault. I might have had it sticking out and hit the snowblower, I think, with it. I can't remember. So, and this one here is just loose on here too. I mean, all it takes is a little bit of fiberglass. They can be fixed fairly easy, but again, everything here needs work to a point, and it's rough, you could say. So, but definitely a good project. These things are getting to be very collectible, and like these loaders themselves are selling for $2,500, just the loader with no tractor. So yeah, they definitely bring some good money. I mean, just a base tractor, some people are getting $1,000 for a base tractor with basic attachments, or sometimes no attachments. It all depends on the condition. I'm going to say a lot of this stuff is considered rough condition, so it's not going to be worth that. But at the same time, it's a pretty big trailer load of everything. So, and again, just even more parts I have in boxes and stuff lying around everywhere. Okay, so I also have all this stuff that would go with it if anyone wants any of this. A couple transmissions for snowblowers, electronic 3-point hitch, kind of rough shaped the 3-point hitch, but hey, those are getting pretty hard to find. Couple hitch arms, all the snowblower rods, couple random parts that came out, you could say, from taking apart these guys here. One of them I believe was good, the other one starting to wear a hole in the side of the case. But there's all kinds of piles of spindles and junk in here. I also have an Onan 16 horse engine under here, which is half taken apart, and don't know the history on that guy. There's a spare transaxle pretty much for parts underneath there. And other than that, everything else is what you've seen before.